beautiful day in the state of Kentucky to go to the mailbox to get great mail from all of you. Of course, our mail will be on YouTube and Facebook, but thank you so much. This is Mailbox episode number 6. If this is first time for you for a Mailbox episode, this is where you get to be the stars. Everyone who comments on YouTube and Facebook actually have a chance at having their comment read online. And that's what I'm going to do today. It is because of each and every one of you that our podcast continues to grow, and hopes and prayfully, hopefully and prayfully is a blessing. It is always my prayer before I start that the words I say encourage, lift, and edify you. And we are all about personal responsibility here. And if we want a different life, we have to make different choices. That's why our mantra, as you can see here on our 8x8 canvas print in our coffee mug, it says, I am where I am by the choices I've made or I've allowed other people to make for me. And that's ultimate responsibility. God calls it free will. And you will make those choices. In fact, you will make 35,000 choices each and every day. And so when your head hits the pillow tonight, all those 35,000 choices you made today accumulates. And what oftentimes seems to be very insignificant things, such as hit and play on a podcast, accumulates over time. And at the end of your life, it will be a direct reflection of the choices that you have made. All right. Well, in this episode, as I said, you get to be the star. And all you have to do is comment. Now, when you comment, like, and share, you are also in our drawings each and every week. And I do want to read out, I do print these, I do post these on Facebook, and I also post them underneath the comment section on Facebook each week, who the winner is, and they get something from our store. So let me just throw that up there for you just a second. Our store is over at lindatoupin.com. It's really more like a little souvenir place so that you have something with our mantra on it. It's called Stuff I Didn't Know I Needed. And each of these winners received something from Stuff I Didn't Know I Needed. And so our first winner in our episodes, this began back in December, was Deborah Brewer, then Sophie Anderson, Heather Arthur, and then Jennifer Huff. Our next winners were Wendy Watts Williams, and then Katie Ray Van Tagren, and then Carrie Ann. And for our episode that we're going to cover today, which is episode number 8, was Jamie Renee Stoll, and episode number 9, and our winner was Lucia Fernandez. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Also, when we released our new 8x8 canvas print, we did a drawing for one of those of you who placed your order first. And that winner was Sandra Mccallister. She was refunded on her purchase. And by the way, I have mentioned this to a few of you privately, but I haven't done it on a podcast. Many of you have said, I want to gift these to people, or I want to use them as prize incentives for my group or my team or the organization that I lead. If you are going to purchase more than 5 of an item, then please just contact me personally, Linda@lindatoupin.com. That's my email, my personal email. Just contact me and I will work out some sort of little discount for you if you're ordering 5 or more. All right. Well, let's get down and dirty today. We are going to head over to YouTube and Facebook and see what you all had to say about episode number 8 and number 9. So let me do the magic of Zoom and we're going to screen share. Well, let's head over to YouTube. All right. If you use YouTube a lot, you can be a YouTube subscriber and get my emails my episodes. The best way to be sure that you never miss an episode is to sign up over here at my website, lindatoupin.com. Of course, all the episodes are free. They're all also over here. And when you watch them over here, they're connecting you back to YouTube. So it all is one of the same. But here's the cool thing, guys. I'm going to think about you every Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and I'm going to send you an email, and you don't have to think about me. I don't know about you, but I kind of like that plan where it's like somebody just needs to tell me that here is another great episode, and I can listen to it at my convenience. Okay, so let's start over here on YouTube. And as you can see, we have had 13 episodes so far, and we are today going to focus on episode number 8 and episode number 9. Episode number 8 was my friend Cindy Williams, and she talked about the attitude that you will need to have in life. You either choose to be a victor or a victim. And then episode number 9 was 5 of my friends who we collectively have ran our own show with an in-home business for 227 years. So we know a little bit about the topic, and we hit some highlights that were later. We dove into them in these later episodes, which we'll cover on another Mailbox episode. But right now, let's head over to YouTube and let's talk and see what you guys had to say about Cindy Williams. Oh my goodness, we got 29 comments over here. I'd love to take the time and read every single one of them, but we're going to stop here with T-Girl. T-Girl said, Linda and Cindy, you absolutely have no idea what your story's done for me. I'm recently widowed. I'm working to increase my previously part-time home-based business, as there's nothing else that will give me the freedom and income to live well. I too would love to marry again. Now, why is T-Girl mentioning that? Is because Cindy talked in her episode how she met the love of her life after the age of 60, but have said all along that God's going to have to place him right in front of me, because I don't trust myself to pick out a decent man, especially in this season of my life. So thank you so much for sharing all the wonderful and encouraging details of your story. It gives my heart much needed hope. All right. Well, let's head over to Facebook and see what you all had to say about Cindy's episode over there. Hang on just a second. I thought I had this brought up, but I don't see it. All right. So let me scroll down here and we'll find it. And you guys, it does stream live. Each episode streams live every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And what we do is we're usually, me and the guest speaker are watching your comments. And so we'd like to interact with you as much as possible. But after the fact, it's probably easier to find them on my website or Linda Toupin, and you can share them from there. Not everybody is in Facebook or uses Facebook a lot. And so, all right, here we go. Well, we're not still there. I apologize. I thought I had all of this brought up at one point, but I didn't. Okay, here we go. So Cindy's episode, gracious, I must do a lot on Facebook. Here we go. At 209 comments at the moment. Now this goes up over time. People watch it, and 92 shares. So extremely well received. So let's see what all of you had to say to Miss Cindy. And I wish we had time to read all, 209, but we'll start with Jane Roe Cooper. I can't believe it. I prayed God would send someone to me. I asked for the same 5 things as Cindy did. And the only difference is I got my answer in 3 weeks. Thank you, Linda and Cindy, for an inspiring and affirming episode. All right, our next featured comment is Lori Gambrell. I'm sitting here at the end of this episode in complete tears. What a beautiful human God created you to be, Cindy Williams. And thank you, Linda, for having her as and giving her the extra time to tell her love story. Each week, I think it was the best episode, but this one really hit me differently. Again, so many positive comments from so many of you. Missy Kidd Chitwood said, as a newly widowed 54-year-old, I feel encouraged. Thank you. So many prayers have been praying for and help and divine guidance, and he has been faithful. I have been afraid to face my future alone and to start this new chapter alone, but thank you for this encouragement. All right, our next featured person is, hang on just a second. Here she is, Connie Sue Cobb. Oh, I love her grit. Amazing and inspiring testimony. Thank you, Cindy Williams, for sharing your story. I have laughed and cried. I love these podcasts. Thank you. All right. And now we're going to go pick up Jamie Renee Stoll. Now, Jamie was our winner, our weekly winner. And so you can see this is how it looks in the comment section. Once the drawing has been held, I notify the winner. She says, I knew this episode was going to be amazing. I had the distinct privilege to be in a session with both of you this fall, answering a room full of questions. Never have I attended an event more God-filled than I did that weekend. Cindy Williams is a class act that I can relate to some of her story. I'm glad she chose to be a victor and not a victim. And my husband got to listen to the last 8 minutes of the podcast with me, and it allowed us to have a conversation about choices over dinner tonight. Oh, isn't that wonderful? All right. Well, now let's head over to go back to YouTube and let's go to the next episode. This was episode number 9 with 5 of my friends. Okay. And they shared with you briefly some cornerstones of what does it truly take to run a successful in-home business. And so they kind of introduced the entire series. And so we're going to feature over here, Callie Hine. And Callie actually commented for both Pam and Robin. So we're going to read this comment right here. It says, Robin, your point for being financially free allows you to view business relationships and sales, and it really resonated. I've been in both shoes of being financially burdened and financially free, and seeing those profits being placed in a different gratitude basket is so very true. Thank you so much, Callie, for sharing and for commenting on YouTube. And did you guys know this? I know I'm a little slow to the party, but when you listen on YouTube, and remember, you can access it through my website, there's a cogwheel right here. And you can literally go in here and change the playback speed from normal to, you can change it to 1.5 or 1.75 or 2, and you can like listen faster.
All the way from Lubbock, Texas, Jan Bedford.
Okay, so that just takes the time down a little bit for you. Okay, so we're going to finish up with this episode as it debuted on social media over here on Facebook. So let's go find that particular episode. You guys are so great. And thank you for following me on Facebook as well. This is my professional page here. All right. Here we go. Should be right here. There we go. All right. We had 61 comments and 49 shares on this particular one. And we're going to highlight 5 of those people. Hang on just a second. All right. We're going to start first with Judy Sessan Wims. I love you all so much. You all have made a positive difference in my life. Thanks always for giving of yourself. Judy is a personal friend of both mine and the women that were featured here. And our next comment is from Meg Sprigler. Meg said, this was awesome. Such brilliance. And I love that iron sharpens iron friendship. Thank you. And that's just a reminder to everybody listening today that, you know, your friends need to be sharpening you, not dulling you. Sharpening you is so very, very important. Okay, our next person that we're going to read is Lucia Fernandez. Lucia was also our winner this week. She says, I love, respect, and admire and learn so much through the years and continue to do so with all of you. This is one of my favorites because I get to hear all of you. Thank you, Bette Vernon, for investing so much in my own personal life, and Kathy got from it, Jan Thedford, Pam Waldrop Shaw, and Robin Rowland, and Linda. Thank you. This is amazing. Wow. All right. And then we're going to, oops, I must have skipped a couple of people here that I was going to highlight. Dana, where is Dana? Oh, Haley, I was going to highlight Haley. Robin called me out on how she never used to balance a checkbook. I'm the app girl, not going to lie. Thank you, Haley, for your honesty and your transparency, because you're right. Until you admit there is a problem, then it's hard to fix it. And then last but not least, we have Dana Tripoli. The way you're investing your time is the person that you are becoming. Oh my goodness. Thank you all. Loved all of your comments. Wish we had time to share every single one of them. Well, you guys, we continue rolling as this coming week, we will have even more episodes on what does it take to run a successful business from home. I'm going to share some of my personal foundation secrets that helped me be very financially successful in running an in-home business. And so I'm going to be doing a solo episode on that. And I'm going to be introducing you to our first sponsor of our show. I told you at the beginning, I wasn't just going to advertise for anybody. I wanted to make sure it was something or a product or a person I truly believed in. So I'll share that with you in the next episode. And then I'm kind of working on a little secret. I'm working on having my original secretaries, the people who used to come in my home, and they actually still are in my life, to talk to you about what it was truly like in the 1980s and 90s to be in my office every single day. What were the habits that they saw that we used in that office that built a successful business? So those are just a couple of things that we're doing. Remember, we take all your ideas and your comments and any ideas for guest speakers that you have coming up or any topics. You know, we've talked about mental health, we've talked about physical health, and now will be probably 8 different episodes on running a business from home. So the sky's the limit, you guys. But you know what? It's all about each and every one of you. And of course, it wouldn't be an episode of Common Sense Choices without a shout out to my soulmate. He just doesn't know it yet. And his name is Mike Rowe. He does amazing things and got a ton of common sense. And since this is called Common Sense Choices, then I think that's only appropriate. You guys, it's been awesome being at the Mailbox with you. Thank you for all your positivity and your encouragement as I strike out on this new adventure. It kind of was a hobby, and now it's looking like another career. But that's how it works, isn't it? Thank you guys. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and thank you for the mail.